And when I first found out what Hydra was, I was a little reluctant to review it. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode we'll be taking a look at something called Hydra, released by Salim through Ellusionist.com. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And of course, thanks to all my subscribers out there. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you guys for subscribing and thank you for supporting the channel. It's great to know that you guys are enjoying the videos, you're getting value out of them, you're being entertained by them even. Because if nobody's watching the videos, then there's really no point in doing the videos, right? But as long as you guys are watching, I'm going to try and keep a crackin'. Whatever that means. And to those of you who are not yet subscribers out there, but you have been coming to my channel, you've been watching my videos, you've been, enjoying the content thus far, please drop me a sub, like this video as well, because those are the best ways to let me know that you guys are out there, you're watching my videos, and you want to see more. So today we'll be looking at something called Hydra, alright, by Salim. So Shamir actually contacted me, I don't know, some time back, on Facebook. Okay, he dropped me a message on Facebook and asked if I'll be interested to have a look at this thing of his called Hydra. Now, right from the get-go, right at the start, when I first heard the name Hydra, I was thinking to myself, that is a really cool name for a magic product. So immediately, without even knowing what it was, it really got my interest, right? It piqued my interest. That's right, it piqued my interest. But as with any magic review request that comes in, before agreeing to do the review, I would first head to the website, where it's being sold at. I would have a look at the ad copy, the trailer, a performance video if possible. And then from there, I would then, gauge and see if it is something that I'm able to kind of chat about constructively on this show. So Hydra is released through Ellusionist.com, alright? So I headed over to Ellusionist, and when I first found out what Hydra was, I was a little reluctant to review it. So Hydra is a magic app, alright? It's a magic app, and when I found out it was a magic app, that's the reason why I was initially quite hesitant to review it. It's not because I'm, averse to using magic apps. I think they are nowadays very commonplace. I think they have their place. They're all over the place now. I'm not sure why I'm using the word place so much. And personally for me, I do use some magic apps. I've got things like, which I use occasionally. I've got like Cypher, Tempest, which I just realized are also by Ellusionist.com, and also DFB, alright? DFB, which I've gotten a lot of use out of over the years that I've had it. There are some apps, which I do have as well. I just find them really complicated, Now, I'm not bashing the product, all right? But for example, Inject. Inject is just such an incredible app, right? I feel that it does so much, but I only use it for its really, really basic feature. And I've always had this very nagging feeling, at the back of my head that I bought this thing, but I've always been underutilizing it. I don't know, and it's just me, I found it, kind of difficult to kind of get into, to set up different things, and I'm totally nonsense at this tech kind of stuff, alright, because getting on Zoom is a big enough challenge for me, I'm at that level of nonsense when it comes to tech material. So Inject to me is like, it's like something that does everything, and because it kind of does everything, I ended up not using it for anything, if that makes sense. So hence my initial resistance to Hydra, right? Because I found out it was an app and it screamed of tech to me. But going through the ad copy a little bit more, I then found out, alright, that Hydra was a prediction system for social media, alright, namely two social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook, both of which I personally use on a daily basis. And so I saw some potential there, alright, and then I just thought, I would give it a chance, and so I agreed to do the review for Shamir. And I'm really glad I did. So what is the effect for Hydra? All right, now as I mentioned, there are like two kind of ways to perform Hydra with, all right, Instagram as well as Facebook. I have not performed the Facebook feature yet. I've not used it yet, but I have used the Instagram feature a couple of times now, ever since I've got Hydra. And so I will describe a basic kind of performance that you can do using the Instagram feature. So to begin the effect, all right, you bring out your phone, okay, and you bring up a Google search page. And on the search page, you type in countries of the world. All right, for example, so you search for countries, and maybe the whole list of countries appear. You have a spectator just think of one of the countries, all right, that they see, or they can just think of anyone that they want to, off the top of their head. So, for example, they think of Japan, okay, and then you have the spectator, a bit more detailed, all right. Maybe think of a specific place in Japan. There's Tokyo, Osaka. And let's say they end up on Kyoto. So on the Google search page right now, you search for Kyoto, okay, and images of Kyoto will appear, and you can have some images, and you can have a short banter about whether they've been there before, they like the place and stuff like that. And then from that point, you lock your phone, you turn it off, keep your phone aside, you have the spectator bring up their phone, and you tell them to go to your Instagram page. Okay, so you direct them to your Instagram profile page, and on your Instagram profile page, in your bio, it's gonna say something like, "I'm pretty sure you will think of Kyoto." And here's the thing, it really is there. It really is on your actual Instagram page, all right? It's not like a fake page or anything like that, a screenshot, that kind of a thing. It really is on Instagram. It is there for the whole world to see. So that is the basic effect that you can perform with Hydra. If you're using the Facebook version, it will appear as a post that you have made, 2 or 3 posts ago, depending on how you plan it. It can also appear in a post that you made like yesterday. Someone is using a machine of some kind just outside my house, so there's going to be a loud whirring kind of sound, but there's nothing I can do about it. So what do you get when you purchase Hydra? Physically, nothing, no props at all, because it is an app. It's available from Ellusionist.com and is available for iOS as well as Android. So when you first download the app, you have to, of course, set it up, all right? And for me, all right, being a tech idiot, that is like the most daunting part of any new app-based stuff that I get. However, I worked through the in-app tutorials, and from there it was really simple to set up. Setting up Hydra, it is as simple as just using the app and then logging into your Instagram and your Facebook account. Now, initially, I was a little bit hesitant about keying in my login details through the app. However, I was assured that Hydra is a secured app and it does not store any of these sensitive information in it. So I went ahead with the setup. If you have the Inject or Wikitest integration, all right, which is a separate purchase on itself, I think, then there's some little bit more of setup that you need to do, but it's again not too difficult. The tutorials will take you through everything you need to know. Okay, that noise is still going on. I think they're like cutting the grass outside my house right now, but this is the only time I have to record the video. So if there's this noise in the background, I apologize. So if you're familiar with this kind of app-based magic of any kind, you will know that there are input methods. So let's talk a little bit about the input methods for Hydra. So there are like 3 main input methods for Hydra, all right? One is a tiles option, all right? Tiles, T-I-L-E-S, tiles. And on that, what happens is on your screen, you will have like a whole bunch of squares, tiles basically, which will allow you to tap in the spectator's response or whatever they want. This will be from a fixed set of options, all right? So if it's like, it can be like a playing card or the name of a celebrity, the name of a country, but these are already predetermined options which you can set up through the app itself. So that's one way to key in the information. A second way, all right, to input the information is something that's called the free method, I believe, all right? And that one, you basically have, an assistant, all right, secret help to help you do the dirty work for you. Now, the third way to perform Hydra is to use something that's called the peak mode. Now, the term peak here is not used in the way that us mentalists are used to. It is not us peeking the information. The term peak here, in this case, means the app peeking what the spectator has keyed in, all right, and using that information, then it will update your social media profile using that, all right. So it is the app peeking, not you. In the peek function, there are like 3 options. There's a Google search page, there is a Wikipedia page, and also a YouTube search page. All right, now these, I really have no idea how Shamir has done it, but if you activate the peek mode using one of these options, it will bring you through the app to an actual Google search page. And from there, all you need to do is to have the spectator search for whatever it is you wish to have appear on your Instagram page, and it will just go there. It's magic. What I thought is really cool as well about the Google Peek mode page, all right, is that you can legitimately search for things first before you use that to update your Instagram page, all right? So for example, if you're talking about actors, all right, you can search the term actors and it will bring up the list of actors. It will not update the word actors onto your page yet, okay? So you can search for other things first to get into the effect. Only when you are ready to update your page with the next piece of information, then there is a way to kind of unlock that input method, and then from there the next thing that you search for will be the option that is updated to your social profile. So I thought that was really cool. Next, I want to talk about templates, all right? Because there are some templates that are already provided for you in Hydra itself, all right? Templates meaning what the prediction will actually say. Now, if you're using the tiles input version, you can have multiple elements to the prediction. So for example, you can have the prediction say something like, I will go to Japan with Tom Cruise. All right, you can have something like that, almost like a confabulation style kind of a prediction. You can also predict 3 rolls of an imaginary die. All right, so they roll the first number, they see it's a 3. They roll the second number, it's a 5. They roll the third number, it's a 1. Your prediction can then say something like, I predict you will roll a 3, then a 5, then a 1. So you can have multiple elements to the prediction if you're using the tiles version of the prediction system. Now, if you're using the peek mode input method, like Google, Wikipedia, and YouTube, you can only have one element to the prediction appear, all right? So you cannot have like, I will go to Japan with Tom Cruise. You can only have the prediction say, I predict you will go to Japan, or I predict you will meet Tom Cruise, all right? So just one thing if you're using the Google Peek function. Again, all these templates are customizable within the app, so you can really have the predictions say anything you want. Which means, of course, if you know that you'll be performing for a particular someone next, all right, maybe an important client or someone like that, you can have their name appear in the prediction, okay? So you can quickly set up a template that includes their name. So these 3 methods of performing Hydra all use your phone, okay? So your phone has to be in play. If you purchase the Inject integration, it can then be performed without your phone, all right? So everything will be just using the spectator's phone. Now, Hydra does not work in the background of your phone. It has to be an active app, okay? So while you're not using your phone, the app has to be active in your phone. When you queue up the app, it will just appear as like a black screen. So your phone will be on the table, but it will just appear as like a black screen as though the phone is off. Alright, so with the Inject integration, you can perform the effect with just their phone. You don't have to, touch your phone at all. However, as with Inject, alright, as with any other way of performing Inject, you do need to get your link, okay, into their phone first. Okay, so you do need to touch their phone and key in your link before you hand it to them. But from then on, it is completely hands-off. So regardless of the input method that you use, whatever they search for, it will be automatically updated to your Instagram profile. Okay, now here's my favorite part, all right, one of my favorite parts of the app. To reset your profile, it is as simple as clicking a button in the app. All right, because after the performance, you would imagine that you have to go through the hassle of going to your Instagram page and then just, changing it back into your old Instagram profile. You don't have to do that, right? Shamir has actually, really thought this through. He has put in a feature which you have to set up first, of course, okay? So you have to input your actual Instagram profile that you wished the app to reset your page to after the effect is over. Alright, so after you've finished performing the effect, the spectator has seen the prediction there, the effect is over. To reset your profile, just click a button within the app like reset your profile, and your original Instagram profile will be reset. It's just so convenient to perform, with Hydra. So overall, I really like Hydra. I've used it quite a number of times now actually. It's always gotten a really nice response. It's easy to set up, easy to get into, alright? You just need to start the app and key in the feature that you wish to perform with, and then from there you're good to go. It's easy to use as well, very straightforward, not complicated at all. And as I said, the cleanup, alright, the reset feature of Hydra is something that I really like, right? I think it's really great that Shamir has included that feature into Hydra. Of course, the only downside to this, I think, is you do need Wi-Fi connection, internet connection to perform Hydra, because it does need that in order to update your page. And then subsequently, the spectator also needs internet connection to check your Instagram page to read the review, right? To read the prediction. But of course, it's not really a negative. I mean, everything has, their moment, all right? So pick your moment. If there is Wi-Fi, then perform it. If not, then don't. All right, so that's all I have to say about Hydra. I like it a lot. It's really easy to use. It is really like a perfect social media prediction. I'd like to thank Shamir Salim for letting me have this copy of Hydra to talk about on this show. And if you are interested to pick up Hydra for yourself, you can do so at Ellusionist.com. I will leave the link in the description box down below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again really soon.